One of my favorite travel credit cards, metal card, half of what American Express Platinum charge. Travel credit, free authorized user, rental car benefits, trip delay insurance. Let's talk credit cards. In this series, I'll be talking about multiple different credit cards and all the benefits associated with them. If you haven't watched the American Express Platinum card review, you can watch it. I'm going to leave that link in the description. Let's start with one of my favorite travel credit cards, the Capital One Venture X. I got this card even before the Platinum card. It's premium, it's metal card, the weight, the vibe, everything for a $395, which is almost half of what American Express Platinum charge. For me, this feels like a hit. It does hit in October. Honestly, it doesn't feel as painful compared to some of the other premium cards. In this video, I will be sharing some of the hidden perks of this card. I use all the times perks that are easily, covering up the annual fee of the card. And I'm not just talking about lounge access, I'm talking about travel credits, free authorized user, rental car benefits, and even trip delay insurance. If you use the benefits correctly, the $395 annual fee becomes zero or even negative. Let's do the math together and figure out why Venture X is like the best credit card for beginners, I suggest. I have it, my wife has it, my sister has it, everybody. I've recommended this card to hundreds and hundreds of people. First, you get a $300 annual travel credit that you can use for flights, hotels, or rental cars through Capital One Travel Portal. One great thing about the Capital One Travel Portal, which is better than the American Express Travel Portal, is that the Capital One Travel Portal is through Hopper, so that you're getting cheaper flights, and they also match in case you're finding a cheaper flight somewhere else. Amex Travel is a bit more expensive than the regular travel portals like Booking.com, Priceline.com, etc. This travel credit brings down the fee to $95. Next, you automatically get a 10,000 miles every year on your card anniversary. So let's say I got the card in October, I would get 10,000 miles next October. And Capital One miles are worth at least 1 cent per mile. That's $100 value. That already makes the card free, actually makes the card negative $5. Now let's go beyond the basics which you see everywhere. You get lounge access. The Venture X gives you priority pass membership, but unlike the Amex Platinum, it still includes the access to priority pass restaurants, which is great. You also get Capital One lounges, which are actually some of the best one in the US. If there's a Centurion or Capital One, I would prefer the Capital One. There's food, drinks, comfortable seating, and there's cold brew on tap, which is great. There's only one catch right now. Capital One lounges are only in Dallas, Washington, DC, and only at one airport in Washington, DC and Denver. They're expanding, but it's just slow. On top of that, you also get access to Plaza Premium lounges, which is in India, so you can access through the credit card. It also includes Virgin Atlantic clubhouses in the US. And unlike Amex, you can bring unlimited guests for free, which is insane value because the Platinum card, which you have seen before, doesn't even allow a guest on their Centurion right now. Let's talk about authorized users. This is one of my favorite perks, and I think it's a newer card. That's why it's amazing right now. You can add up to 4 authorized users for free, and they also get lounge access and priority pass membership. It's a deal of the century. With American Express Platinum, for example, you have to pay $195 per user, but with Venture X, it's zero. That is huge savings. That's like my wife has a guest card on this card. She gets all of the benefits which I get. There's rental car perks. With the Venture X, you automatically get Hertz President's Car Circle Elite status, which means you can skip the counter, get free upgrades, and have access to better cars when renting. The Hertz President Circle is a top tier status, and you usually need 15 rental a year to qualify for it. With this card, you do get it for free. There's another feature which is exactly like the Platinum card, which is the cell phone protection. If you pay your phone bill with the Venture X, you get $800 per claim for lost or damaged phones with a $50 deductible. This is exactly like the Platinum one. You're allowed 2 claims per year. That's basically free Apple Care if you ever need it. and you don't have to pay for it. Now there's also trip delay and cancellation insurance. If your flight is delayed by 6+ hours, they will reimburse you $500 per trip for hotels, foods, and essentials. This only works for round trip tickets, but I've used it personally when I was going, when I got delayed in New York. I bought a jacket, I stayed at a nice hotel, got my Uber covered, everything. It also includes trip cancellation insurance. If you get sick or something unexpected happens before your trip, you can get it reimbursed for non-refundable expenses. Let's talk about the rental car insurance. A lot of us always getting rental cars, and if you don't own a car, then you need to get insurance, at least the liability one. Unlike most credit cards, VentureX gives you primary rental coverage. Most of the credit cards are giving you liability. So what it means by primary rental car coverage is that if you decline the rental car company's insurance, this card will give you full cover for your damage and theft. This means you can save $15 to $25 per day on rental insurance fees. Just like American Express, it also gives you global entry or TSA pre-check credit. You get a $100 global entry credit every 4 years or $85 TSA pre-check credit every 4.5 years. That's $25 per year in value. The good thing about Capital One is also the flexible points. Unlike the American Express Platinum, where you are logged into using their portal for best value, Capital One miles transfer to over 15 airlines and hotel partners. Some of them include Turkish Airlines, Singapore Airlines, United. But there's a website called point.me. I'm going to leave that link in description. You can check that website out. You'll get the best deals on points there. For example, I booked a flight for my brother-in-law going from Tucson to Chicago. The flight was around $400 one way because we were booking like next week, but with points it was 6,500 points. If you don't want to like go through the headache of going through points and everything, you can always book through Capital One travel portal, and where you will get like for every 1,000 miles that equals to $10. So you will get that equivalent of money. If you travel internationally, I've used this card honestly everywhere in India, everywhere in London. I've never occurred a foreign transaction fee. Sometimes it's better to use this card than any other card. You can literally just tap everywhere or swipe everywhere, and it's not even gonna ask you for a security code, which is great. There's also a welcome bonus when you sign up. When you sign up, you can at least get 75,000 points or 100,000 points. It always comes with a condition. For example, if you're getting 100,000 points when you're signing up for it, you would have to spend $3,000 within the first 6 months or 4 months of getting the card. Now, there's an insane amount of benefits, of course. There's a $300 travel credit, there's 10,000 anniversary mile, there's lounge access for the authorized users, Hertz Elite card, trip delay insurance, primary rental card, cell phone protection, transferable miles. So there's no doubt that this is one of the best card out there for anybody. I've recommended this card to thousands of people, to be honest, at this point. I like this card. If you are not an avid traveler, American Express Platinum is definitely premium. If you can play the game of the credit card, then it's great. If you can't, this is a great credit card. It's not even a charge card, it's a credit card. So you will build your credit history if you're getting this card right here. All of these features and the annual fee is $300, then American Platinum or Chase Sapphire, which is like $595, which is a lot as well. If you're someone who loves to travel, wants the premium perks without that insane fees, this card is definitely a no-brainer. I've left my referral link in the description. I do get a small referral bonus if you sign up through my link, but it's totally up to you, no pressure. If you have friends who you would rather use the sign up or referral link off, do that right away, no doubt, no judgment there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little bit about great credit cards. I'm gonna make more videos like this. I made one for MX Platinum. This is the second one for Capital One VentureX. There's one coming for some of the other American Express cards and some of the Chase as well. Just cheaper cards, better cards, $99, $95 annual fee cards. Stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.